It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news for this Friday night, January 30th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. On Peter Wiggins here on your 11 o'clock news at 909 top story 11 o'clock. Here is Mitt Romney has decided today that he will not run for president in 2016 for the Republican nomination. Here in Fall River, Massachusetts, the woman whose boyfriend may have died at the hands of former NFL star Aaron Hernandez testified Friday that the men were far from friends. Scientists will have to wait a while longer to find out what kicked off the Big Bang. Last spring, a team of astronomers who go by the name of BICEP announced that they had detected ripples in space-time of gravitational waves vibrating at the first. In last Wednesday, the number was 59. 9 days later, there were 91 cases of measles in California, as the California Department of Public Health said at the latest numbers on Friday on the confirmed cases since December, and while the total is still small. Jordan is still waiting proof that a captured military pilot is alive before agreeing to a deal to stop a female jihadist prisoner for release. In Washington, a U.S.-led coalition airstrike killed a chemical weapons specialist for the Islamic State group in Iraq who once worked for Saddam Hussein, a U.S. military officer, said on Friday. Hezbollah supporters carry the flags for the party along with pictures of Hezbollah's leader, Syed Hassan Nasrallah. Those are martyrs during a ceremony in Beirut's 7 suburbs on Friday. An explosion at a Shia mosques in southern Pakistan during weekly prayers yesterday killed more than 40 people and wounded at least 15 in apparent suicide attack, hospital said by hospital officials. Greece's new left-wing finance minister says his government wants a rational discussion with the country's creditors. The long-awaited murder trial of Pedro Hernandez, the first grader, Ethan Pat, since 1979, disappearance began Friday with a prosecutor charged the mentally challenged ex-bodega worker set a trap with a smile and a soda, then snuffed out a beautiful life. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania State Treasurer Rob McCord said on Friday that he has resigned in effect immediately and is planning to plead guilty to federal charges that involve him telling 2 potential campaign contributors during last year's election. 10 IPOs raised $1.2 billion in a week, dominated by 8 healthcare IPOs, and distinguished by 2 deals that gained over 1% in the first day. That fast casual burger chain Shake Shack and gene therapy biotech Spark Therapeutics. San Francisco ride service Uber, which is trying to enhance its image after several controversies, on Friday released the findings of a report that its handling of passenger data said it would act on all the report's recommendations for improvements. Taking a look at a stock market report here on this Friday at down close to the week 17,164.95, down 51.90 points today. S&P 500 1994.99, down 26.26, and Nasdaq 4635.24, down 48.17 here. Okay, the saga of last year's privacy controversy over Verizon's user tracking behavior continues on. The latest chapter involves the wireless carriers magnanimously deciding Friday to let subscribers opt out of the program. The New York Times reported. Google's Android Wear software just gets smart, very smart, simply because it integrates Google Now top of the bottom with an update to Google Now comes an update to Android Wear, and that we're seeing that today with an explosive update that will make it. Marionette, the former chief executive of Death Row Records, who was better known as Suge, was arrested in West Hollywood on Friday as suspicion of murder after the authorities said the vehicle he was driving struck 2 men in the parking lot. Val Kilmer said to be recovered after a major health scare as a Tombstone star was rushed at a UCLA Medical Center on Monday night where he started bleeding from his throat and ended up undergoing emergency surgery to treat it to him, TMZ reported. One of the leading publications for Hollywood news is confirming what several tabloids have been reporting for months as former Olympian and Kardashian stepdad Bruce Jenner is transforming into a woman. Bill Montag, father of the Hill star Hattie Pratt, was arrested in Colorado on Thursday on child sex abuse charges. According to a press release from the Aspen Police Department, Montag, 6'7", was charged with 3 counts of sexual assault on a child by 1 count. Artist conceptualist Craig Young, chased by 2 carnivorous dinosaurs in the southern China 160 million years ago. While most of the general public may not want to spend their life crunching numbers or mixing the chemicals in the lab, often science breaches a great divide. The Obama administration's goal of tying Medicare payments to the quality, not the quantity of healthcare by 2018 has intensified the debate over how the quality is defined and measured. California could soon have the highest minimum smoking age in the country if a bill introduced Thursday makes its way at the legislature. In Hampton Beach, California, there are children that have been sent home from school to families that apart from birthday parties and neighborhood play dates. In Sacramento 2, Sacramento area, patients who have exhibited symptoms found consistent with people have tested negative for the virus. State and local public health officials said on Friday. Alright, let's take a look at New England alerts here at 11:06. Nope. Let's go to traffic here. Both sailing outways, byways in New England here, and the only slow spot we can ever see on the map here is South Expressway and southbound side backed up from Mass Avenue all the way out to Morrissey Boulevard. But otherwise, you're smooth sailing on this Friday night here as we take a look at the weather situation here at 11:06. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts, 25 degrees on temperature with a humidity of 58%, wind speed northwest about 16 gusts at 30 miles per barometer, 29 to 74 inches, super about 12 degrees, and visibly at 10 miles and wind chill about 12 degrees. Alright, current conditions around the region here on this Friday night at 11 o'clock. 23 degrees on temperature, 20 out in Pittsburgh and Bedford, 23 in Boston, 21 in Beverly, 22 in Gloucester, 19 in Naval, it's 69 in Worcester, 20 in Sturbridge, 20 in Webster, 22 in Milford, 25 in Norwood, 27 in Taunton, 27 in New Bedford, it's 20 in Plymouth, 20 in Provincetown, 20 in Falmouth, 30 in Chatham, it's 29 in Martha's Vineyard, 32 in Nantucket, it's 25 in Buckeye, 23 in Westfleet, it's 27 in Providence, 19 in Smithfield, it's 22 in New York City, 22 in Islip, 26 in Montauk, 23 in Lionstown, it's 21 in Bridgeport, 19 in New Haven, it's 18 in Danbury, 14 in Waterbury, 18 in Meriden, 18 in Hartford, 17 in Winslow, 17 in Springfield, 15 in Amherst, 16 in Athol, 19 in Greenfield, it's 8 above in Pittsfield, 12 in Northampton, it's 12 in Albany, 12 in Silver Springs, it's 11 in Bennington, 10 in Bramber, 10 in Rutland, Vermont, it's 16 in Keene, Hampshire, 14 in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, 13 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, it's 16 out of Laconia, New Hampshire, 17 in Concord and Manchester, New Hampshire, 19 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 22 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 25 up in Portland, Maine. Here. Okay, let's take a look at our surface map around the country. Shows a warm front up in British Columbia, with a stationary front from eastern British Columbia down for Alberta, merging with a cold front from southern Alberta down for Montana, down for North Dakota, stretching it down from southeast Manitoba down for western Ontario. Get a warm front down for Ontario. A cold front off the New England coastline and up Nova Scotia down to Quebec down for western Newfoundland there, and a cold front down from Florida out to sea. And get a stationary front from Nevada, stretching it down to southern Utah, Colorado, and up to Nebraska, up to South Dakota with a low pressure, running southwestern Colorado and south central Arizona here. And low pressure off the New England coastline. We'll get some high pressure around the Ohio Valley and around eastern and western portion of Washington State. So, a high pressure ridge around the state of Washington here. And we got a front line down to the Gulf of California here. (23 degrees on temperature right now here in Boston, 14 out in Detroit, 13 in Pittsburgh, 25 out in Washington, D.C., 40 in Atlanta, 64 in Miami, 63 in Brownsville, 53 in Dallas, Texas, it's 32 in Kansas City, it is 22 in Chicago, 25 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 33 in Omaha, Nebraska, 32 in Great Falls, Montana, 30 in Seattle, 56 in San Francisco, 60 in Los Angeles, 51 in Las Vegas, 40 in Salt Lake City, 39 in Denver, 34 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and 57 out in Phoenix, Arizona here. Okay, let us take a look at our radar situation here on this late Friday night here. And it shows a lot of snow showers around western portions of Cape Islands around Bourne and Falmouth, and stretching up the Route 3 corridor from Plymouth, stretching it up into Braintree, around Boston, and up into northeast Massachusetts, and stretching up into eastern New Hampshire, and coming up into Maine here, as I expect some parts of Maine to get up to a foot or more of snow here. Out of this system here, as we see some sleet and rain shots off the Maine coastline here. And snow extends down for southern New Brunswick and around western portions of Nova Scotia. Some sleet and rain showers off the Nova Scotia coastline here. And some snow showers covering much of Martha's Vineyard and line of snow showers around eastern Quebec and certain enough central portions of New Brunswick. Some snow showers in central and west central portions of New York State. And some snow showers up in the northeastern Wisconsin, stretching between western UP and Michigan, northeastern Minnesota, and west central portions of Ontario. And a line of snow showers around southwestern portions of Manitoba, line of snow showers around western Saskatchewan, down for central portions of Alberta, and rain sleeted snow showers in east central portions of British Columbia, and some rain showers in south central Nebraska, down for Kansas, western Oklahoma, down for western Texas, and stretching in north central portions of Mexico, and covering much of southern New Mexico, around Arizona, down for southern portions of California, down for southern portions of Nevada, and northern Utah, and some snow and sleet down for south central portions of Utah, down for east central portions of Utah, down for west central portions of Colorado. Here. Okay, take a look at Satellite Loop here, and it shows line of clouds covering much of the northeastern, covering much of the Canadian Maritimes, and a line of clouds from off the New England coastline stretching down around the Bahamas here. Another line of clouds from northern Florida covering much of the Gulf states, and a lot of clouds covering much of the mid and lower Mississippi Valley, around much of the plain states, around Rockies, around the Four Corner region, down for southern Nevada, down for southern California, and a line of clouds from eastern Washington and northern Idaho, down for northwest Montana, around British Columbia, down for Alberta, down for Saskatchewan, and a line of clouds from the Great Lakes, up in Ontario. Here. Alright, let's take a look at our forecast just around the region here, and it shows low pressure development southeast of Nantucket Lake today will intensify over the Gulf of Maine tonight, bringing periods of snow to eastern Massachusetts and blustery and very cold conditions begin tonight and continuing into the weekend. A low pressure will pass south of New England on Sunday night into Monday, but likely bringing another accumulating snowfall to the region, and cold conditions will likely continue throughout most of next weekend. Yet another low main development around next Wednesday or Thursday with a third of snow, but confidence is low this time here. And night snow confined to eastern Massachusetts this evening as mid-level trough across New England will close off overnight as it moves east of Cape Cod. This will result in a come ahead, possibly rotating back across portions of Cape Ann and Cape Cod with a period of somewhat heavier snow. Latest QBF guidance suggests that not more than an inch or two for Cape Ann and Cape Cod with a low risk of 3 inches over the Galway Cape. Thus, we will drop the advisory for Essex County, but we'll keep it at Cape Cod elsewhere. No more than a quarter to 1.5 inch across eastern Massachusetts. The bigger weather concern tonight will be the coastal low over the Gulf of Maine. Bumps across the Arctic air, poised over the western and northern New York into the northern New England, get strong. Southward into our region as this Arctic air will combine with gusty winds to the northwest up to 45 miles per yield bitterly cold wind chills overnight with values of 10 below to 20 below zero across western and central Massachusetts and Connecticut here. Therefore, wind chill advisories will remain posted until Saturday morning. In addition, given the magnitude of winds, the wind advisory has been posted for the entire coastline, including Cape Cod and the islands where downslope comment should yield the high speeds. And widespread rain and snow will continue over to the southwest, and storm systems developing over the Great Plains will raise havoc across portions of the Central United States this weekend, and heavy snow is expected across Maine Friday night into Saturday, and widespread precipitation will continue across the southwestern corner of the Nature Lake this weekend as a deep upper trail edges southeastward towards the northern Mexico and low-level winds ahead of the anomalous Pacific moisture inland and orographic effects will produce hefty totals along the upslope side of the terrain, and temperatures should be low enough to support some snow accumulations over the higher elevations of the southern Rockies and the Wasatch Range. The widespread precipitation in the southwestern will begin to spread out into the southern and central plains Friday night into Saturday as moisture returning from the Gulf of Mexico will follow moderate to heavy rain and thunderstorms, with any snow initially being confined to the very northern fringe of the precipitation shield. However, return flow from the Gulf of Mexico runs to their Arctic air mass, dropping in fact the north central United States as an excess of moderate to heavy snow is expected to develop across the Midwest, and the most significant snow will be on near surface low spinning up over the middle Mississippi Valley Sunday morning. Heavy snows and strong winds are expected across Maine Friday night as an abundance of Atlantic moisture wraps inland around the surface low rapidly deepening offshore. The coastal low should be steadily lifting towards the Canadian Maritimes on Saturday, allowing the snow and winds to diminish over New England here. And take a look at the weather notes here on this late Friday night here. Wind advisory late tonight, a frigid on tap. Tonight's travel advisory will be medium and Saturday and Sunday low. I'm expecting Monday to be a high impact travel because of the snow and winds and frigid air. Icy spots tonight and snow on Monday here. As we take a look at tomorrow's highs, mainly in the teens around the region here. New York City could see around 20 degrees, and I'm expecting a few temperature readings around 20. Keeping the islands here. And yet another storm is expected late Sunday night and Monday as heaviest along and south of the mass pack of plowable snow likely begins late Sunday night and packs both communities here. And light snow continues tonight and tomorrow across the east, and very cold wind chills are expected tonight in the negative numbers for most. Finally, some gusty winds are expected tomorrow with 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts at times possible for the south shore and coastal, south coastal regions here as a winter storm warning is in effect from southwestern Massachusetts and 7 Worcester County around the Boston and down southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, all over down, and north central and northeastern portion of Connecticut here. Okay. Here's my take on this Groundhog Day storm here. I got a lot of models here, and my take: 9 to 11 inches of snow for greater Boston and up in northeastern Massachusetts and northern Connecticut and central and western Massachusetts and eastern New Hampshire and Vermont and New Hampshire. 5 to 7 inches for southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and southern Connecticut and Rhode Island and Connecticut and New York City and vicinity and Long Island here, and 3 to 5 inches with Cape Islands and Buck Island here. And I looked at 3 models, all are agreement on the Monday snow here. As we take a look at winter storm watch. A significant snowfall is also possible Sunday night and a Monday here. Winter storm watch remains in effect from Sunday evening for late Monday night as time and Sunday night and a Monday. Main impact of significant snowfall is possible Sunday night and the Monday as a winter storm watch is issued for the potential of accumulated snow of 6 or more inches in a 12-hour period and 8 or more inches in a 24-hour period as a winter storm watch is issued for the potential of accumulated snow of 6 or more inches in a 12-hour period or 8 or more inches in a 24-hour period. Anyone traveling in the next 24 to 36 hours should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to modify. Travel plans should winter weather develop. Here, day 1 tonight has a weather not expected time. Day 2 for 7, Saturday for Thursday, winter storm watch. And surfaces likely to become icy overnight as a combination of snowmelt and fallen snow has resulted in some slushy wet roadways with temperatures dropping into single digits by tonight and overnight. Expect untreated roadways to become slick and slippy with some black ice. Those traveling overnight and in the morning are urged to allow extra time and use caution, and that same goes for pedestrians here. Alright, take a look at 7-day forecast goes like this. While you're sleeping in the overnight hours tonight, chance of snow with some clouds got low about 9 degrees above zero and northwest wind about 16 miles per gust of ice. 38 miles by chance of precipitation is 40%. Total nighttime snow accumulation around an inch possible for Saturday. Slight chance of snow before 9 a.m. Cloudy skies by mid-morning, then gradual clearing skies with a high near 16 degrees and chance of precipitation is 20% with a wind chill value as low as 2 below. Northwest wind about 16 and 18 miles per gust of ice. 39 miles per hour. Tonight, most of the clear low. Most of the clear with a steady temperature at around 16 degrees and west wind about 5 to 11 miles per gust of ice. 21 miles per hour. For Sunday, Put south sky about 27 degrees. West wind about 3 to 7 miles per hour. Saturday night, snow likely May after 2 a.m. Cloud sky with a low around 12 degrees. North wind about 3 to 7 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 70%. Monday, snow mainly before 5 p.m. Snow to be at every time. High near 23 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 80%. Monday night, chance of snow before 10 p.m. Put south sky low around 2 below or 2 above. Chance of precipitation is 40%. For Tuesday, both sides sky high about 16 degrees. Tuesday night, Port sky low around 5 degrees. Wednesday, put sun's got about 35 degrees. Wednesday, a chance of snow, mostly clouds got lower end 21 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. Thursday, chance of snow, mostly clouds got high about 35 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 40%. Thursday, chance of snow, mostly clouds got low about 11 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. And for Friday, chance of snow, mostly clouds got high about 21 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. Peters, what is the phrase of the night? A frigid Saturday and 10. And more snow Monday. People say have a good night with a good positive attitude. And I'll be looking forward to you tomorrow morning with a morning report. Good night. See you tomorrow morning here